It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for joining us. Time to be inspired about a new season, about a new month coming. And it is, of course, October, which fills us with hope. That means the Hopetober bus is back and making its way around South Africa, spreading love and hope across the country. We love it. This is the second year Adcock Ingram OTC are sponsoring this amazing initiative, and we can't wait to find out what they have in store for South Africa this year. Last year was a massive success, and we've got legendary vocalist and good friend of ours on the show, Vicky Sampson, with us. We've got the Sponsors of Brave spokesperson who is now a resident on this couch. She's actually, it's named the Nicole Kappa Couch now because she is here every second day, and we love her. And then, of course, we've got the co-producer of the Hopetober Bus initiative itself, Deborah De Souza, here to tell us more. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
Nice to see you again, Graham.
Thank you.
Welcome, and Zoe.
You were here to restore my faith in humanity after the weekend of sport that I had to endure. So your voice is that no pressure.
Oh, no.
But you carry the hopes of the nation.
You see, it's
with your
because I
voice.
didn't sing there.
Oh. Well, Deborah, last year was a big year because you guys took the Hopetober bus onto the streets to spread some hope and love. What was the reception like, especially from the healthcare workers, and what made it such a success?
I think what made it such a success was perhaps the artists performing on the bus, because the emotion, and Nicole can back me up on this, the emotion of those performers on the bus, spreading the message of hope, not only through song, but just their individual personalities and how they projected their belief in South Africa. And it just not only spread hope, but it just motivated our healthcare workers, and it also acknowledged them. And I think that was so touching for many of them. There were tears, they were singing along with us. I mean, it was so, when you can't really measure the success, but what we can do is we can see the love and the response that we got from the healthcare workers.
It's one of those initiatives where you get to see the power of it in the collective, but also in each individual that got touched by just that one moment. Maybe it was their tipping point. Maybe they'd worked a double shift. Maybe they were at breaking point. Maybe they just needed that one little positive, gentle nudge in the right direction, and then you get this positive punch coming through with these amazing performances, as you said. We thought that this year would be different, but it's been more of the same. If we had fatigue last year, man, are people suffering from COVID fatigue now. It's been the longest 18 months, I think, of most of our lives. Why Hopetober 2021? What are you hoping to achieve this year?
Okay, well, always our objective is to share hope with South Africa. So we take that not only to the healthcare workers, but to anyone that might be at the hospital. And obviously that includes patients. And we just kind of think back to imagine lying in a hospital bed. You're on your own. You can't see anyone. You can't see your family. You're so isolated. What would pick you up?
Yeah.
Song. Yeah. And what better way than from a bus, so we are COVID compliant, and that the voices are powerful, the messaging's powerful, and it just takes over the entire hospital. So we want to take that message and spread it further, and this year we're very pleased to say that we also will be visiting Durban, and that'll be on Thursday this week. So what we do is we incorporate visits to maybe 4 or 5 different hospitals in the different cities. So we'll be doing that. So tomorrow's Cape Town. We will be stopping by at 5 hospitals. Thursday we're on to Durban, and then next week we're on to Joburg on the 5th and Pretoria on the 6th. And who knows what happens for 2022.
Oh, very exciting.
Please, more
yeah. Well, Nicole, I know Graham's joking and saying you're a resident, but we love having you here on the show and love seeing you because you're doing such incredible work being spokesperson for Sponsors of Brave. What does it mean, you know, to be part of this initiative for you and for Adcock Ingram Sponsors of Brave?
I mean, if you guys think, what is the ingredient that South Africa needs the most? And it's hope. I mean, Sponsors of Brave has been showcasing and heroing champions of bravery for the last, now this is the 4th season, from medical professionals to our students and our budding interns in pharmacy and medicine, and most recently with the gratitude season, the pharmacists and pharmacies of South Africa. But now we're taking it so much bigger to the entire South African population. And if you think about it, you said it, we've just been through one of the darkest times in history. And now is the time more than ever to be able to spotlight bravery in the ordinary South Africans who are just trying to survive.
What does that mean? Bravery. In the face of all of this now, because you've had a front row seat, I mean, you've been there meeting these incredible individuals firsthand and being forced to assess them so that you can kind of find winners within this amazing pool of South African healthcare workers, but also just South Africans. So what does that mean to be brave, do you think?
Well, first of all, that front row seat is such a privilege. And this Hopetober bus, to be able to witness these incredibly hardworking healthcare professionals and the patients just letting their hair down and celebrating some hope and celebrating one another, that's bravery. Bravery to step outside of your comfort zone and exist outside of your comfort zone. And often it's when there's no recognition, like our healthcare workers, and when you're adding value to other people's lives at your own expense. And that's really what Adcock Ingram OTC Sponsors of Brave wants to celebrate, is adding value to people's lives.
That's incredible. And it's so nice to also have you here, Vicky. I mean, as Deborah mentioned, it is the bus, it is the music, and music has a way of bringing people together. What does it feel like for you to be part of this Hopetober bus initiative?
Well, I think it's incredible that Alan Ford and I had started having a conversation some weeks ago, and then he spoke to me about the actual initiative and asked if I'd be keen, and I said, wow, absolutely. You know what African Dream means to me and to our nation, and like 26 years down the line, also the opportunity to actually go and interact with other artists on a show for me was just too hard to resist. And the fact that those are the people, the frontline people within our medical fraternity who get the least recognition, to go there and spread some joy, spread some hope, and also to the patients, because as you said, Deb, you know, I can't imagine what it must be like to just be lying there and trying to find some hope, a reason to carry on. So God willing, that's what this actual initiative is doing. I'm incredibly overjoyed and humbled to do so.
I think it's about that watershed moment, and maybe we all need that, and your voice is certainly able to provide that. And you've been dying to have an audience, and now you get the best audience in the world. So appreciative. Deborah, how can we get involved? How can we support the cause? What do you need from us, the public at large?
Okay, well, we'd obviously like everyone to share hope, and by sharing hope, just the simplest of things makes a difference to someone else. So let's say you've parked at a traffic light and you see someone standing on the side of the road, just a wave and a smile,
Respect.
because that could influence that person's life for the entire day. And it's those small gestures, and just acknowledge other people and what they do in their kindness, and by that we'll grow hope together. And it's a people thing.
Yeah.
And we can only generate hope by being the generators ourselves.
Yeah, one small act at a time. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I look forward to a little private performance that we're going to get, that you guys will also get, as the Hopetober bus makes its way from Cape Town to Durban, then Joburg and Pretoria. An opportunity for you to really just lift your spirit.
And Hopetober is all about spreading love and hope across the streets of South Africa. So make sure to catch the Hopetober bus in your city. And it will be in Cape Town tomorrow. So stay tuned, as we also have a very exciting performance, as we promised, from the legendary Vicky Sampson herself. She's here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.